Jubal, come on up here. I want to introduce to you a young lady that I have met here in the last really couple of months. I know her pastors, Jeff and Gretchen Freeman, all the way up in Joplin, Missouri at the Altar Church, and it's just a delight to have her on the platform. I showed you her pictures of her back and her neck and her psoriasis, her issues. If you'll take a look at the screen, that's Jubal's, obviously, hairline. Again, another portrait. And I think one of the most difficult ones is this one right here. That is a very violent case of psoriasis, eczema. Here's a picture, of her neck right there. And so, Jubal, I want you just to walk me through your condition. What was it? What did the doctor say? And how did it begin?
Okay, so psoriasis is an autoimmune disease. It's basically where your body attacks itself. So your body just overproduces things, like skin, I think. That's basically how they explained it to me.
Yeah. What was it like living like this, and how long was this condition in your life?
I was diagnosed at 11. It felt like it was difficult just day to day, things you wouldn't even think about, like putting a shirt on or turning your head while to look in the turning lane while you're driving. It was difficult to sleep. I didn't sleep. I didn't get good sleep.
Were you on medication? Did they treat you in what way?
Yeah. The first time I went on medication, I think I was 12 years old. It was a shot called Embryo that I would self-inject once a week for about 2 years. And then it slowly became worse with medication because God is our healer and not medicine. But I was on 3 different shots in total and several different steroids and antibiotics throughout the past 7 years. Topicals, creams, shampoos, or whatever they would give me.
You tried to quit. You had also an issue with an addiction in your life, and you tried to quit. What happened at that point? What was going on?
So I was addicted to nicotine since I was 11 years old up until last March when the Lord took it from me. And when he took it from me, I surrendered that to him. The more I gave God, the worse my skin got. The more I pursued God and started truly living for him, the worse it got. So
I want to pause right there. Guys, don't miss what she just said. The enemy wants to destroy you in every way possible. Sometimes things get really bad when you start to surrender. I think that's important for people to understand, because the devil will leave your life kicking and screaming. When Jesus cast out the devil from the little fellow that had the seizures, it says, as the devil left, it convulsed him, kicking his way out of his body. It wasn't quiet, it wasn't clean, it wasn't pure. It was just get out, and the guy literally, it's like someone that hadn't paid rent in a while and you kick them out and they start destroying your house on the way out. Does that make sense? So this is sometimes what happens. So what do you mean it got worse? Give me an explanation on that.
The day I gave up nicotine, I woke up the next day and it was like crazy, unbelievably worse, significantly worse than the day before. Or every time I would go to church or go to a conference, it would get worse during it, and it was horrible. And if I started believing the lies and started accepting that as instead of God's word, then it would get better. It would like significantly slow down.
All right, pause right there. When you begin to believe his lie, he pulled back.
Yeah. I started to accept it almost. I was like, no, I think God just wants me to live like this. Like, this is just how I'm supposed to be forever. And as soon as I started accepting that, it got better, but my mentality got worse. And I remember God shortly, after I had accepted it and I said, no, this is just how I'm going to be for the rest of my life, he reminded me that that's not his will for me or for anyone. Your healing is right here. You just have to reach out and get it.
Speaking of that, yeah, let's give God glory. Right here is when you were here at the North Georgia Revival in that baptismal pool over there, and God touched you. How did you know God touched you and took care of your psoriasis? How did you know that?
Well, I knew something big was going to happen anyway because I did not want to get in that water. So, actually, the lady holding my hand in that, she had to come and get me because I was not getting in. So.
She's here, by the way. Laura, where are you? Right there. Yeah.
What was the question?
Yeah, how did you know that he touched you?
I didn't even get in the water for my skin, so bonus blessing, but I knew that he touched me because right after I got out of the water, it was just, usually, I mean, it wasn't as bad as it was in those pictures when I got in, but water hurts, like, it hurts. It hurts, and it didn't hurt at all. For the next few days, I kind of forgot it was there, because at the time I was trying to ignore it anyways. And then a month after, I think we were home, my mom seen my neck, she was like, Jubal, it's literally gone. I was like, what are you talking about? What do you mean? And then my pastor seen it, and they were ecstatic, and I didn't really realize, I guess. I just, yeah.
Speaking of gone, so that's what, we go from that to that. I don't know who in the room suffers from psoriasis, eczema. If that's you, would you stand to your feet? I want to see, or raise your hand, whatever you feel comfortable doing. And I don't mean to embarrass you in any way, but I just want to let you know that the testimony of Jesus is the spirit of prophecy, which means God will do it again. But notice what she said. It was like a little bit later. And God just literally cleansed her entire system. Jubal, thank you so much for telling your story. You helped us so much. You helped us so much.